The movement was begun by a scientist who discovered, quite by accident, these signals being sent. Please understand, they are safe as long as they are not discovered.
Look out for Charlie.
I want him down.
I told people, as soon as this regime gets in, these Obama incidents are just going to take off and repeat. And they are repeating. It's the same scenario over and over and over and over and over and over. But it's the same script. It's just Mad Libs. It is the same thing. You just take out a detail, you add a detail. You take out a detail, you add a detail. An adjective, a verb, a noun, whatever. And for those of you who don't know, there is a surveillance system that people don't know about that is blanketing this globe. It is blanketing this country. And it monitors everything seismically, everywhere. I'm going to prove it to you. And it knows what's going on before the cops know what's going on, before everybody knows what's going on. I ran into this video with no details. It just said something on BitChute. So I downloaded the video, and I was going to write, what's this guy's name, blah, 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 get some details. But then I was like, you know what? Because I like to do this sometimes. I was like, you know what? What I'm going to do is go through the audio and see how many nostril dumbass details I can get right just from the audio. But a lot of people don't realize what is going on. And that is what's going on. This is a weaponized surveillance system. Let me tell you something. My email inbox has been filling up with craziness lately. Like, people, either they're trying to distract me or people are just literally that triggered. I'm getting emails that say shit like,
No! No, 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 no! No! No, 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 no! No! No fucking way! No fucking way! No fucking way!
and other emails that say shit like,
Actually, no, that's not the truth.
and it's just mind-numbing. It's just like one after the other. So there's a lot of craziness going on right now. It's like people are trying to beat it down. And I think this one is going to really piss some people off. I'm quite positive of it. And mainly because the situation is unfucking deniable. Before we get into the factual details of this case, let me show you what I pulled out of the audio. It was a pew-pew, clearly. I thought his name was Damon. In the audio, I found that he pew-pews a young kid or a girl. He had a girlfriend. It was a suicide, and he is most likely dead. It's a possible RF weapons attack. It's 100% RF surveillance. The house apartment door was unlocked, open. And possible cocaine use, drugging, or RF weapons psych out. That's what I came to by going through the audio and seeing what I could find. It's all very close. I got the name screwed up. Let's get into the details. So the alleged attacker's name is Raymond Spencer. The name that I came up with was Damon because I couldn't hear it properly, but it was so close. The other details are pretty much dead on, and there's a reason for that. And he's allegedly this kid who propped a pew-pew up in his window and started firing it, and then eventually he's found dead of a suicide, and they find all these weapons. It is an exact mini version of Stephen Paddock. Guy goes up to a window, starts doing his thing, starts taking people down. Cops show up, they go to bust in, guy's dead, bunch of weapons on the ground, bunch of weapons around, really interesting weapons with scopes and all this shit. It's a mini version of it, totally. And then what does he do? He allegedly goes to 4chan and posts the whole video live. Seriously. That's what they're saying. And here's a screen cap of that. He goes to Politically Incorrect and posts this video of him doing this on an anonymous message board, but uses his name. Nobody on 4chan uses their name. You can go through IDs, ID. Nobody ever does that. It's always anonymous. What was the point of going to an anonymous message board to post something if you were going to use your name anyway? Why not just post it to Facebook? It defeats the whole purpose. It's just ridiculous. And I'm going to tell you the answer to that, so that some random anonymous person could just show up and post the video as Mr. Spencer. Flat out. But the big question is, how do I know that he was being surveilled and that this was a possible RF weapons attack? Well, let's find out. I'm not going to play you the video. I'm going to play you the audio from the video. This is the only thing that I'm working with. It's a 24-second clip. So let's check it out. That's it. Now, this surveillance system that I talk about is not perfect. When you whip up noise, whether it's a car engine, road noise, vacuum cleaner, fish tank, shower, vibration, any sort of vibration, white noise, fans, air conditioners, anything. What this does is it whips up vibration and this audio can carry on it. The AI is talking back and forth. So what do I have to do here to get to the voices? This is a bunch of gunshots, and I just have to remove all the gunshots. Let me show you what gets kicked up and whipped up when he is using this weapon. I'm going to tell you right now, they already knew everything. The audio that I have tells me that they already knew everything. And if you walk away from this not believing what I'm telling you, you are seriously in need of a Thorazine drip. I am dead serious. This surveillance system rides on noise. That is how it monitors noise. That is how it surveils noise. And when you create something like a gunshot, you are going to have vibrations being made that whip up these frequencies. You'll notice that nothing is there, nothing, until it begins. Now, listen, I'm not going to play the whole thing, just going to play a few seconds of it. This is what is underneath those gunshots. But I'm only going to play you the good stuff. This is a surveillance system. It's a communication system. So, how did I know that he was going to be dead of a schmooba-schmide? Well, it says here, flat out, they want him schmooba-schmided. There is suicided. I'm going to loop it. So I'll loop, they want him suicided. It's a pulse communication. Here's another one. Okay, this is why I thought his first name was Damon. Because it sounds like Damon until you really listen, and it's actually Raymond. But it says his first name is, and then the name. I'll loop it. It says his first name is Raymond, what I thought was Damon. His first name is Raymond. So that's why I thought his first name was Damon. So it knew who he was in that 24 seconds while he was using a weapon. Why? Because this is a surveillance system and it already knows what is going on. It is automated. It is AI. There are not people running this back and forth like an operation. This is a surveillance system. It is everywhere like an open phone call. And it already knew his name and what was going on. His first name is Raymond. Now this is one reason why I thought it may be an RF weapons attack, because this is a V2K voice of God style phrase that would be said to somebody and make them believe that it was a neighbor or somebody who was doing this to them, and a voice comes in and says, that dude is right behind me. So then that would implant the idea that it is somebody in his vicinity. So it says, that dude is right behind me. Right behind me. That's why I thought it might be weaponized RF. Okay, here's a different version of They Want Him Suicided. So let me play the They Want Him Suicided. Suicided. These are Pulse Communications. And you have to remember that all of this is riding on gunshots. This is all within gunshots. Loud ass gunshots. These whispers and talking and almost mumbling. Pulse communication is just existing in gunshots. It doesn't make any sense unless it's being picked up and whipped up by the gunshots, because it follows the vibrations of the gunshots. That is what is going on. That is why you're able to hear it, and that is why it jumps up when the gunshots are there and goes away when the gunshots go away. Here's another version of That Dude Is Right Behind Me. I'm going to loop Right Behind Me. Here's his apartment showing meme posters on the wall and all the interesting weapons. It's very interesting, this entire case. All you needed to hear was a couple of those to hear how crazy it is and how it's riding on weapons. Look out for Charlie. Look out for Charlie.
Oh man, I like this kid. This fucking guy's crazy.
Look out for Charlie.
Charlie, I want that son of a bitch dead. I want him dead.